Hey there, my dear Scorpios. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a look at soul bond, soul connections, looking into possibly something or somebody that is energetically attached to you. Normally they come up as being in separation. That's normally the energy that comes across. So if you're not in separation from somebody during this time, this might not be the reading for you, but we'll see how the cards come out. But normally, the connections that I read for are in separation, and it just gives us information of what's going on in the connection itself, anything we can do to help to move it forward, that type of thing. Um, Gender is never specific, so only take what resonates for you, reverse the roles as needed. First thing I'm going to do is pull some cards to see if there's any indicators of the element or sign that your soul connection could be attached to, or the energy attached to you. Okay, I've got strong Cancer here and Pisces, the moon and Cancer. And then we also have Scorpio. So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, but it's very watery. Um, I've also got the sun at the bottom, so the two of you could be very different in a lot of ways. But with the moon showing up, there could be a lot of illusion around this. There could be a lot of doubt. There could be a lot of, like, why am I feeling so strongly towards this connection? Why am I drawn to this person? There could be secrets. Somebody's not revealing their true, authentic feelings. The moon just is something that can't really see clearly in the current moment. Now you could be dealing, like I said, with the basically Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but it's just a way for you to resonate if this is your connection. But like I said, signs are not specific. It could be placements in their chart. They could have a lot of water in their chart in other places besides like their sun. But I'm going to pull from the Romance Angels, just get a couple quick messages before I start the actual reading. And as always, I want to thank you for everything that you do for my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Alright, so we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Making the effort to me is all about like learning the lessons within a connection and working on what this connection is teaching you and what you can do as your own personal individual to heal those parts of yourself. When we heal, we also in turn energetically show our partner or the person connected to us that healing is available to them as well. And then we've got calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together. So you could be doing some kind of meditation. You could be meeting with your counterpart in the 5D dream state, that type of thing. But either way, it's like you're manifesting this connection or you're manifesting your great love. Now, the next part, I divide them into three. I do the divine feminine first, the connected energies, and then the divine masculine. So we're going to start with the tarot for the divine feminine. And I'm using a lot of Mystic Moon Oracle's tarot. I'm also using her Oracle and some of her other, Cosmic Contracts and Haunted Masculine as well. Beautiful cards. But let's see, Divine Feminine, where are you at? Okay. So we've got the Page of Cups and the Sun. And the King of Cups at the bottom. I think you've gotten to the place to where you understand this happiness comes with this person. You've got a lot of happiness within yourself, but also with the person that you're attached to, right? The sun and the moon, again, like I said, the two of you could be polar opposites in a lot of different ways. Um, the Page of Cups to me is, it's almost like you have a lot of emotion for this connection. But because of what has happened, you've kind of dimmed it down a little bit because maybe at one time, being that the sun is here, um, your light or your love blinded this person. They may never have seen a love so great. They may not have seen something so strong. Um, I do get from you, you have a great love for this person, whoever it is that you're attached to. But on the 3D, you may not be seeing anything happen. So, to keep your heart safe, you've kind of just pulled back all of those strong emotions, right? And so now, when you deal with this or look at this from a logical standpoint, you're like, well, I'll give a little bit because I know when I give too much, that's when this person runs or leaves, or it's not that your feelings have changed, it's just the way that you're approaching the situation is very different. Now we're going to look at the connected energies, and for those, it's basically where the two of you have common ground. What are the things that the two of you agree on as far as where the connection's at or how you see one another, right? And before I continue with the divine feminine, with the sun, it's all about illumination of truth. It's also about growth. So I think that you're seeing that certain things have happened for certain reasons. You're seeing the truth of why the two of you came together, but at the same time, it's helping you to grow. And so I think that you're taking the lessons and actually doing the work to grow and to evolve. Now, we have got the connective energies as the Death card and the Three of Cups. So this is basically saying right now in this current moment that the connection is dead. Both of you have currently laid it down so that it can be reborn again. And the Three of Cups is that rejuvenation, it's that celebration, it's that reconciliation, right? So even though the both of you are sitting here telling me this connection is dead and done, there's still possibility for reconciliation, and I think you both see that. Sometimes the death card has to do with places within ourselves that need to die, or letting go of the old connection. The old connection couldn't keep going the way that it was going because it was a detriment to the both of you. So, in order for it to be reborn, we have to lay it down. We have to surrender it. We have to give it to the divine and just let us grow separately in order to be reborn again. Now, I do see divine feminine sending a lot of love to their masculine. So, their masculine might be going through a dark time. That could be why the moon showed up. They're not sure where they're going. They're not sure why they're connected to you. They're still kind of stumbling in the dark. Um, they know that they're connected to you, but they're not sure why or the reasons behind it yet. Um, and so I see that because they're in the dark, it's almost like you're sending your light to them from a faraway place, almost. Okay. So for the divine masculine, I have the Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. And this is basically saying that possibly when the two of you came together, this person was still healing from something from the past. They were crying over spilled milk, basically, or projecting their past pains into this connection and in turn missed an opportunity with you. And it does show that with the Six of Pentacles, they're saying like in order to come forward they're going to have to find a way to balance the situation back out, because if it were to keep going the way that it was, it would be very unbalanced, or that's what why it fell apart, because maybe they felt that they couldn't give you as much love as you gave them. They weren't in the same place as you were emotionally. um, they were in a place of lack, or they were in a place of pain, and as the saying goes, hurt people, right? And it looks like they're recognizing that they need to either mature and grow up or to heal those parts of themselves that keep them from being able to love you in the same unconditional way that you love them, divine feminine, that they're going to have to figure out a way to balance the scales. Now I'm going to look at divine feminine again, see if there's any more messages for you. Okay. Divine feminine comes, you come up as being kind of confused. And I've got guilt wounds here. So it says you feel sorry for something that happened. You use guilt to manipulate or afraid to set healthy boundaries. So that could have been a problem in the past, right? Maybe you didn't set enough healthy boundaries. That's why things got to a place of being imbalanced. And I see that's probably why you've pulled your love from a King of Cups back to a Page, because you're realizing that you were giving too much of your love to a situation that couldn't reciprocate it. And so I think possibly you're kind of getting to the place that you realize that those guilt wounds may have stemmed from something from your childhood, something that you've always felt like you needed to do more, or you always had to give more, or, and it comes from a place of like guilt. Like somebody made you feel guilty for not giving them something possibly as a child, and so you overgive now. And I feel that you're kind of confused about this connection, or you have been up until this point. Like, why did it fall apart? And Spirit is just basically saying it's because your light was too bright for this person. Your love was too much. And not saying you didn't love them to the extreme that it's saying. What it's saying is you gave too much love when they weren't able to give you any. And so you depleted yourself in the process. And looking at the wound that actually made you do that is very important, so that way you can heal it, right? So I think the both of you triggered something within each other about you overgiving and them undergiving, and it made an imbalance, right? And that's why the old had to die in order to be reborn. Okay, so the connected energy is forgiveness and pride and ego. So the two of you both probably have dealt with some pride and ego. Like your ego was hurt when the person didn't give you back what you gave them, or their ego was hurt because they couldn't give as much as you could. But either way, I think that you both are open to forgive one another, and recognizing that a lot of the things that you did during this relationship stemmed from a place of pride and ego. And that's that's beautiful to see, because a lot of people don't recognize their own shadows sometimes, or they don't recognize how ego really gets in the way when we're trying to prove stuff. That the ego makes us feel we need to prove stuff, or to have something proven to us. Um, and so I think the both of you are in a place of forgiveness, or trying to forgive the other person. Now let me see where this divine masculine is. Okay. So what I'm seeing is they're walking away, or they have walked away from this connection. And the reason why they did is because they were headed straight toward the awakening. And the awakening is like finding that soul. It's change in behavior, showing up for yourself, taking time to reflect, deepening emotional well being, shift or priorities and values, transformation of the inner world. So they had to walk away because they knew there was something they needed to find. As you see, the sun is out here, and they're finally feeling that sun, and they're realizing, like, well, this is why it fell apart. There was things I needed to wake up to. So that's positive. I see that being like they're taking accountability for what they've done. Now, the next cards I'm going to go into are called the Cosmic Contracts, the Ties That Bind. This is basically going to be the lessons that were meant to be learned in between this connection, or what lessons you've taught them and they've taught you, that type of thing. Okay. So the lesson being boundaries. I will help you in taking a stand. So something this person did is teaching you the lesson of how to set healthy boundaries for yourself, to say when enough is enough. Setting boundaries within yourself, not to overgive when you're not getting it back in return. Giving from your reserve only, not giving from your full cup, right? And then we've got marriage. It says, I am here to share a common goal with you. So this could be eventually when the two of you have done the healing, you'll be able to come back together and marriage might be on the table, right? Because I definitely see that you both have learned different lessons throughout this. But let's see. Okay. So the common ground we have is mystery. And mystery is all associated with that moon card, right? The illusions, the cloudiness, the enigma, like not knowing why the two of you are connected, why you two came together, why you feel so drawn to this person, why you can't let them go, that type of thing. I think you both kind of are on the ground of like, what is going on here? Where are we going? Where is this going to lead? And then we have between the lines, hidden meaning, vague, and then implicit is speculate. So, like I said, the lines are very blurred, right? Because it's almost like it's neither left nor right. It's kind of just that middle ground. Neither one of you are very sure, right? You know that you're drawn together, but I think you both are like not sure of the reasons why you feel so strongly, or what is going on with this connection, where is it going. Now, I'm going to pull from the Haunted Divine Masculine for the Masculines cards. Basically, these are just shadows that they could be working on during this time, or possibly like things that they're healing or things that they'd like to say to you. Divine Feminine. Okay. So there's a lot of confusion here. I do see that. But I also see a lot of love and a lot of care and a lot of emotion. I also see a lot of inner reflection and a lot of growth. So that is very positive. And the fact that you're manifesting your soulmate is helping to bring this back together, right? So this card says release. I'll wait. I'll wait up in the dark for you to speak to me. So again, it's something to do with the nighttime, the moon, dreams, illusion, very mysterious vibes, right? And then we've got the killing moon, again, the moon, your lips, the magic world. So at night, that's what they're thinking about, how there's magic in your lips, or there's magic in this connection. And during the day, they might not recognize it as much because, we've got a lot going on. We've constantly got stimulation. We constantly have things to do. We've got to work. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. But something at the night time, they think about you and your kisses. The song playing right now is One Number Away. It might be of a reference for you to look back on. This could be another message from your divine counterpart. And basically, it's just talking about, like, they keep looking at the phone, wanting to call, but they're always one number away. But you should listen to it. It's a good song. Okay, so we have integrity. Does the situation align with your values and morals? Something you really need to ask yourself. Like the way that it is right now, does it align with you? Does it align with your values and your morals? Then we have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. That may have been a mistake in the past as you were scared to be your true authentic self, and then, it caused a division. And then it says new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. So this could be the recommitment to this. And it would be a new love because with the death card, the death is the end and the start of something new, right? And now, lastly, I'm going to go to the hidden truth. This is just messages from your person, something they would say if they could, or if they would, instead of being one number away, right? Okay. So it says, I daydream about a life with you. And again, like I said, there's something about like marriage, and there's something about at night them thinking of your kiss and the magic that you brought into their lives. It says you didn't see my tears. So if you ever doubted that this person shed a tear for you or was sad over the loss of you, then you were wrong, because they do. And it says I'm recovering. So there could have been something in their life that needed recovering and healing from. Um, but regardless, maybe the relationship itself is recovering so that we can be recommitted again, right? So I'm going to pull some charms to end it, and I know they're loud, so I'm sorry. And so I'm going to pull some charms and then some letter charms. Okay, I've got an acorn. And the one thing about an acorn is it grows into this huge oak tree. And huge oak trees, they stand forever. They grow and they grow and they grow. And not much can cut them down. They're very tough and strong. So this is like planting that seed for something to grow into something huge and long lasting and beautiful, right? And then I've got a music note. So they definitely could be sending songs. I think they might just have sent a song, but another music note. Music could be important. I think maybe the two of you send music back and forth to one another. Um, got a hummingbird. Birds could be of significance to this connection, or it can mean that messages are coming in, because I've also got another bird. Um, some kind of communication coming. And then I've got a crown. So this person could say you're their queen, or you could say they're your king. Okay, now on to the letter charms. Okay, so we have the letter P, we have the letter Z, we have the letter U, R, W, and O. Doesn't really spell much, but it could be significant to your person. The only thing I see here is like row or pow. So somebody could be rowing towards you, and then pow, there they are. I don't know. You take whatever significance it is for you the most. Anyways, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Scorpios, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated with you. If you'd like to be entered to the subscriber surprise for the month of January, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment in the comments section telling me like what resonated most with you, or just anything you want to comment. Um, as always, I appreciate everything you do for my channel, big or small. Each one of you are very important to me, and I love you all to the moon, stars, and Mars. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.